Hello everyone. I will be doing a mini little workshop with you guys in respect to what we have set in place for San Juan Bosco RC School. But before I go into details of what will be discussed today, I want to start off with a little icebreaker. And for this icebreaker, you will choose an item from the box. You don't have to close your eyes or anything. You will just choose any item. After you select an item, you will think about how can you connect this item to San Juan Bosco RC School, and how can you connect this item to yourself, because I want to hear how interested you are or how in tune you are with what are some of the actions we're taking at San Juan Bosco RC School to improve the institution. And at the same time, I also want to hear a little bit from you as an individual. So I will go first, and the item that I select here is a book. Now this book, for me, it connects to San Juan Bosco RC School because I can say that San Juan Bosco RC School is big on literacy. We want our students to learn to read and to love books. And then how can this item connect to me? I am a teacher. I have been teaching for 12 years, and as a teacher we use books, or we see books as a reference to us, because we want to ensure that our students are learning and learning the proper material. So books are always important for teachers, not only teachers but parents as well. Okay, all right. So as we proceed with this session, let me continue to introduce myself to you all. My name is Miss Marita Mejia. I have been teaching for 12 years. I was working first at Bella Vista RC School and had recently transferred to San Juan Bosco Roman Catholic School. I mostly work with upper division students, standard 5, standard 6 mainly, and my subject areas are social studies and language arts. As we proceed on, I also want to give you a brief history of San Juan Bosco RC School, because it's important for you to know a little bit about this institution. One, San Juan Bosco RC School is the only government-aided primary school that serves both villages of San Juan and Cowpen. The institution is managed by Catholic, and it was set up or established in 1983. Our institution continues to grow. Our enrollment continues to increase over the years. Presently, we have a total of 29 preschoolers, and we also have a total of 376 primary schoolers. Over the past years, our school have been changing a lot in terms of administration. So for now, our principal is Mrs. Maria Avila, and the vice principal is Mr. Victor Juarez. We have a total of 18 teachers on staff. These our staff, we work together and we try our best to improve San Juan. So over the past years, we have been working on what we call a school improvement plan. So we are at a point already whereby this plan is already being implemented, and of course we need your support in order for it to materialize. Okay, so the school improvement plan is a roadmap. It is a roadmap that establishes what are the changes and needs of the school. We need to know what are the changes that the school needs for it to improve. Now, once this is identified, Then we will show or set in place how we will go about doing it, and also put our time period or time frame for each areas of improvement that we want to work on. The improvement plan does not take overnight to achieve. This is something that we need to work on over the years. Sometimes it takes 2 years, 3 years, because it embodies our school's mission and vision. So we need your collaborative effort. We want you to be a part of it fully, because that's the only way that it will be able to materialize. Now, the school improvement plan contains a profile from the school, or it contains the school's profile, community profile. It also has the problems and the needs of the school, which will be the exact area that we will be working on. What are some of the problems and needs that of San Juan Bosco RC School? It also outlined the goals, objectives, standards, implementation periods, or the implementation, which is the planning and how we will go about meeting deadlines, so forth. Monitoring, how we will monitor to ensure that the program the plan is working. We also need to constantly evaluate the plan to ensure that if we need to make corrections, we make the corrections and continue to move on. We also need to do proper documentation as we go along with this SIP, and therefore we have everything set in place before we report to stakeholders. Like what was mentioned, the plan is for all stakeholders, and as parents, your responsibility, a part of this for this school improvement plan, is to share your insight. Tell us what you think your student or your child is having difficulty with. Where do you see the need of improvement at our school? So we want you to share what are the difficulties that the school have, what you believe the school has, and what your child is facing with. As parents, you must be able to communicate your aspirations for the school and for your child. It is your responsibility to communicate areas of concerns and to participate fully in setting goals, strategies, and promote priorities of the school. So we want you to communicate available information to us so that we can work on it, and we want you to commit available resources as we go about with the implementation of this plan. So again, our focus will be identifying a main problem or an area of need at San Juan Bosco RC School. Then I will go about giving you step-by-step guidelines as to how we will go about with this implementation or improvement plan. Based on our option school improvement plan, it is decided on that we will look at absenteeism at San Juan Bosco RC School. Absenteeism continues to be a problem at San Juan. A number of our students, sometimes we find that they are out working, they don't come to school because their parents are not at home. Some of them are being pampered at home. There are times they would say that they are sick, and knowing the truth behind it, they're not really sick. But there are a number of reasons, and then there are also students who goes to school and do not provide reasons at all. So because this area continues to be a problem, we want to improve it at our school. And the best way to improve, or to start with that improvement, is to reach out to our parents, because our parents are the only ones who will be able to provide us with accurate information or data that we can use in order to find ways how we can attack this problem, remedy the situation at San Juan. We know that absenteeism comes along with poor reasons for not coming to school, and some of these, there are also some causes like severe. Maybe a child can really be sick and provide that information, but they have children at our school who would sometimes come to class and don't bring any note from home. We don't hear from the parents at all. So now we want to get the parents involved in this plan, so that all of us can bring it together, bring our ideas together to improve the academic performance at our school. You know, with absenteeism, if a child constantly stays at home, then the child will miss some information from the curriculum. The child will end up having less grades to produce. They come to school without assignments. They missed a lot of material. So we need now the parents to come on board. And the first approach that we will be doing as we start to work on absenteeism is to go out to our parents. We'll reach out to our parents so that they can fill out a questionnaire. So the questionnaire will be for the parents only. We also have student questionnaire, but this one I want to focus on, which is for the parents. So the parents will get an opportunity. We will sit down one-to-one with them, especially for those who have challenges with reading and so forth. We will explain this questionnaire and have them fill out each question. Some of the questions are like, do you go out and work? How long you stay out of the house working? Is there a babysitter at home to take care of the child or children? Do you provide all the necessary materials for your child to come to school? We want to find out how many children you have at San Juan Bosco RC School. We also want to find out if you always call the teacher or inform the administration of your child's absence from. So this questionnaire gears towards getting information from our parents. After the parents have filled out all of this information, or they complete the questionnaire, what will happen next? We will also give students questionnaires to answer, because you will find out, or we can find out, that some of the parents' answers might be totally different from the student answers, right? The student might want to blame the parents might want to say, well, I send my child to school and I don't know where he or she goes. So both of them will fill out questionnaires. The questionnaires are totally different. And after the questionnaires are being filled out, what the parents will do then, the parents will then, after the questionnaires, the teachers, administration, we will sit down with these information, the data collected from the community, from the parents and the students. We will sit down with the data and we will analyze the data, record information. We will come up with a plan as to how we will deal with the situation of absenteeism. Like, we want to get the police officers involved so that they can go out into the community to identify these students who are constantly at home. We also want to develop a log entry whereby we record all information and details, store notes, text messages, information from these students. So we want to have a detailed log about students not coming to school, whether they're coming or not. Then after the teachers have set up all of the information, the plan of action, we will then go back to our parents and we will discuss it with our parents in a meeting. The parents now will then have to agree upon those those suggestions or ways or procedures of how we will go about dealing with absenteeism at the school. After these teachers, they agree, They will then go back to another contract. We want to have the parents sign a contract of agreement between the parent, guardian, and the school that they agreed upon everything that is written down. That, okay, if my child does not come to school, what will happen? First, second, third offense, first offense, second offense, third. Once a child, after the parents signed the contract and the child is found still staying at home for no valid reason or constantly staying at home, we also have other stakeholders that we can bring on board, such as the truants officer, who regularly make checks at schools. So they check the registers. We will also show them the record information in our logbook created with all the details of text messages, notes that we record, everything in respect to the child, because we want to also develop a file whereby the file will have information about the student. As from the administrator point of view, the administrator will also create or design a slip, and that absence slip will be signed by the administrator. So if a child is absent for no reason, he or she will be sent to the office to go and explain. If the admin has to make a call to the parent or get in contact with the parent, they will do so before signing that slip. Once this absence slip is signed, the administrator will also make record of it or record that information in his or her logbook. The teacher now, once the child reaches the classroom, the child will present his or her slip to the teacher. The teacher will also sign that slip and put it inside the logbook, because there will be a logbook designed specifically for number of absence. So then the child will be accepted in class. But if this offense continues to occur, then we have the truancy officers who will come on board and other stakeholders as well. This is a serious issue at San Juan Bosco RC School. It continues to be an issue at San Juan, and we know that it will not take overnight for it to be remedied, but we want to take a start, and this start begins with our parents, because our parents can provide us with the type of information, and they can also agree upon certain things for us. And we also need to take into consideration that alone we can do so little, but together we can do as much. So what we need to do is work together as we continue to achieve our ultimate goal. We need our parents, we need our students, we need each other. Our staff needs to work together. Administration needs to also work together in order for us to achieve our ultimate goal. With that said, I will leave you all with a brochure. The brochure that I have here contains information about what are our step-by-step procedure as it relates to improving the level of absence at San Juan Bosco RC School. We really want our students to improve in terms of their academic performance. We have had a poor performance in BJAT for the past years. We need to work on that. We also want to continue to improve our PSC result, but we cannot do it alone. We all need each other. So let's work together and get it done. Thank you.